Well, it was about time we did some Ed Sheeran on how to play guitar, and this one is quite straightforward as long as you can handle a little bit the fiddly moments here. There's two ways of playing it, one with a pick and one without the pick. I'll teach you without the pick because that's what a lot of what Ed Sheeran does, but I personally prefer playing it with the pick. But yeah, nice little hammer-ons, nice neck slaps, all that sort of stuff, which we'll get into right now. So this is, I'd say it's kind of intermediate level. Maybe it's harder than you might think. So we'll do a D shape. Now what you're going to do is take that first finger and put it on as a hammer on. And you're only really picking the first 3 notes of the chord shape. So forget the top string. You're putting the shape down though just because that's how we've learnt it in the past, but really you could take that off. It'd be fine. So first chord is that D with the hammer on, and then you're going to constantly be muting the neck in between each chord in a kind of slapping style, like that. So you're going to be hitting the neck in between each chord. So after you've done your D and hit the neck, and I'd recommend hitting it with your fingers kind of closed, almost ready to play your next shape. So instead of just slapping it like that, hitting it with this kind of thumb here and the fingers ready to play. So now the next chord shape is a first finger in the root, so everything moves, which I very rarely play it like, but that's what Ed Sheeran does. And you're only playing the bottom note with your thumb, and these 2 strings with your first and second finger on your right hand. Then you go into this G, which is just one finger, the second finger in the bottom. Your right thumb plays the root note, and the other fingers pick the kind of open strings. The second finger can mute the next string over though, so you're hitting this neck again, and then this A major, and then hammer on 2nd to 4th fret, and then you move over, and then you do that round 3 times. See, I find it hard to move the first finger across. I just use the thumb to cheat. But anyway, that's Ed Sheeran moves the first finger, so that's what we should do. And then the 4th time you hear it round, you don't hear that the final 2nd fret play. And then it goes into the next section, which I'm calling section B. If you've got your E minor, played with the 1st and 2nd fingers in that arrangement. And you don't pick the 3rd fret, so you just hear. And then you've got this 2nd finger stays down into the A7 chord. And then back to the E minor. To this B minor shape. With a little slide down on the second one. So 5 of these A7s. Now A1, which I've written, just means that you don't have all the hammer-on notes and all the niceties and all the extra bits. You just literally play the chords. Play that round 4 times, and then you've got this turnaround section, which I've called section C on the tab here. So you've got the 1st and 3rd finger, A major, G, then this funny shaped D with the 2nd fret in the root, E minor, A7, and we're back to the very beginning. So you do that 3 times, but on the 3rd time we do that same trick where we don't play that note, we just play the hammer on. And then you've got 5 lots of A1. So you do that 5 times, then you've got shape B again. So that's the shape B that comes round again. Repeat both lines, that's why it says that. There's 2 lines of shape B up there. A1 comes round again, which I won't bother to play you through, and then you've got the C turn around 1 more time. This is up before the solo. You're going to leave a lot of fingers down here. It'll start on the 7th fret, and this is kind of the way to just leave your first finger across the whole 7th fret. So that's the first bit with the hammer-ons. Now you're going to stick your 4th finger on the 10th fret. And there's 2 ghost notes here. And that's the same 7th fret idea. And then there's an open string, unbelievably, here. I couldn't work it out for ages, but it's an open. So lots of doubling again, same as the beginning, and then you're sliding up here. So it goes like that, it's double, and then slide the 3 and 2 up. And then you're sliding down with the 3rd finger. Pull off. And then you're jumping up to the 10th fret. Vibrato there. Then we move on to page 2 of our tab, which is the hilarious bend, which is a bit sharp in my opinion, which in a nice way. I've really got to mute the strings below. And you're back to this 10th fret shape. We do 3 of them and then pause with the 10th frets held. And then this is another little nice flowery shape. So you do the 1st finger and 2nd finger, the 9th and 10th there. So it's all one move. And then you use the 2nd finger to slide up. And then this is the bit where I think you need to do a hybrid of picking and using your finger, so that you can, instead of going, I think you pick the 1 string and use your finger for the one above that. Just an easier way of getting the notes to play at exactly the same time, but it's up to you really. But the pattern is 12 and 10 with your 3rd and 1st finger. Then slide down with your 3rd and 2nd finger to the 10th and 9th, 8th and 7th, 7th and 5th, and then 5 and 3. Then you're ending into this A1 pattern that we discussed earlier on. Because really a lot of the time when you're playing A1, the guitar isn't really involved, it's the piano and voices and everything else takes over. But if you want to just play along with the song, then I recommend doing that. Then we just finish with this turnaround here, shape C as we've called it, which you can see there in the left corner. The first time you hear that turnaround, there's a little bit of a guitar floweriness going on where you hear this, which is a nice little addition and worth learning just if you want to learn some of those movements there that sound so beautiful. And that's it, Ed Sheeran's Thinking Out Loud. We did a little playthrough as well, which you should check out. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss it. And yeah, more Ed Sheeran could happen if you let me know if you're a fan. I certainly am enough of a fan because I've got the Multiply t-shirt, so why not? And thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.